Hello everyone, this is Mr. Pelt, and today I'm going to show you just the very beginnings of how to do proofs involving parallel lines. This is really a dumb proof. This is just as easy as it gets. It's not really even much of a proof. I'm going to start with this just to show you how you should be writing your statements and reasons when it comes to parallel lines and the theorems involved, because sometimes people have a question about that. So here we go. You see what's given is that K and N are parallel lines. And so we have this figure and we have that given. So of course we're going to start by stating the given. We're going to state that K is parallel to N. And our reason, of course, is that's given. Then we're being asked to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And one of our theorems, we have 5 so far, one of our theorems around parallel lines is that if the lines are parallel, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, which they are here, I know that because I know they're parallel, then lots of different things are true. And what I'm trying to see is one of those 5 things that we know are true about angle 1 and 2. And so I'm going to name angle 1 and 2 in terms of what they are to each other, which is alternate interior angles. And one of our 5 theorems says that if the two lines are parallel, those alternate interior angles must be congruent. So we can actually jump right to the last step of our proof. This is a 2-step proof. And so we can say that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And the reason is because if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate interior angles are congruent. So you can absolutely write that full theorem out as a reason. There is a shorter way to use it that we generally consider to be acceptable. This is about as short as you can get it, and that is to say if the lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. And you can even use the congruent symbol there. I didn't do it, but if you wanted, instead of writing the word congruent, to use the symbol for congruent. And if you really wanted to get shorthand, you could even use the symbol for angles and say angles like that. Oop, that's supposed to look like an S. Pretend that looks like an angle apostrophe S. And that would be okay. But you do need to write it as an if-then statement. And the most important thing, you can't just say then angles congruent. You need to say what they are. You need to identify that they are alternate interior angles. Or if it was a different situation, like if we were trying to prove 2 and 3 congruent, what would those be? Those would be corresponding angles. So you would say corresponding angles congruent. So this is the shorthand that you can use. You are certainly free to write it out the long way if you feel more comfortable with that, but I do get that it's a lot of writing, and so this shorthand is acceptable. That's all for now. Thanks.